Witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie. Gramy dalej w Final Fantasy. Zawracamy do lazaretu. Jill, jesteś tu? Jesteś, bo nie było cię nigdzie. A Joshua? O niego się
But not
martwisz?
nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Gdzie to jesteśmy? A, książę. To ty? To ty.
What is this place?
Ta dziewczynka? Jest. Mhm.
Don't move.
Czemu? O, ma tą halabardę. Dziewczynka przyniosła ciebie z halabardą jeszcze?
Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand, then ultimately?
Hmm?
No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them.
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed.
Nie do
Thanks to
końca.
you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Cisza. To się ładuje, czytuje.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Mhm.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Przed nagrywaniem
Your brother's
ukończyłem.
body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
Ukończyłem misje poboczne, a teraz to brzmi jakbym miał no, kolejne misje poboczne. Dobra, Vivian, opowiadaj, co się działo w świecie.
I still say it were a compliment.
No.
Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
Mit, odejdź.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood?
Nie. Po prostu wpłynąć tam przez tamtą cieśninę może?
Barnabas Thom, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore.
W sumie tam, gdzie byliśmy rozbici.
You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said.
No to
Thank you,
pojemy.
Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Joshua, to żeś się dowiedział o Ultimie. Odwieź półki. No idę do biblioteki.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
Dobra, Joshua tu. Mid była tam. Miała kupić coś tu. Ucharon, nie widzę jej. No, schodź. Joshua, czegoś się dowiedział, no. Mów.
I have no reason to assume.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example. One that will reveal all we seek.
Waloed.
Have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus?
No pewnie, że nie.
Think not, few have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins. And though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand.
No,
And
czyli
so,
Waloed.
You see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
I po Jill czy do piwiarni? Nie, do piwiarni. Przeniesie mnie samo tam? No to idealnie. No. Otto, Jill, Mead. Jak ty się nazywałeś? Joshua jeszcze przyszedł?
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain.
Czyli pójdę
Joshua
ja.
and I
No
will be
właśnie.
going. And a scout, preferably a good one.
Gav.
Gav. Do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though, just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
Co chciałeś powiedzieć, Joshua?
I'll see you all at the docks.
Mead, przecież ty byś wpłynęła na te... do popiołu... Tak.
Of course.
Przegadany odcinek. Nie? Ej, ty, Otto! Stałeś przede mną, mogłeś już gadać, nie? Jeszcze zadanie poboczne. Dobra, Otto, poczekasz. Kto tam coś chce? Zacznijmy od tego. Tu?
Please, your grace. My lord Marquis.
Uzdrów się, Feniksie? Co?
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but...
Nie masz składników.
His case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
Tak.
For Joshua. Anything.
Thank you, my lord.
I teraz powiedz, co mam utłuc.
What is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor
Jakiś
it stores in
jakaś.
its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded.
No.
The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
Ja się nie przemienię, więc mogę tam iść.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The stone and water itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
No mnie nie
We had
przemieni.
to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
No właśnie.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonewort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
No dobra, idziemy. Gdzieś jeszcze jakieś... Nie, nie ma nigdzie już bocznych. Trzcin, gdzie to jest? Tu. No dobra, z tego jednak jest bliżej. Czyli zawsze pokazuje, gdzie jest bliżej. Znaczy, że znacznik na mapie. Mapie, tak. Ambrozja! Jedziemy! Co to? Hop. Pajączki, pajączki. Tylko tutaj jakaś dziwna, większa krowa.
Time to fight.
Nie tamtej fight. Time to run. Run, Ambrozja.
Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stonewort.
Czemu pieszo?
Yote mentioned blood red petals.
A, Ambrozja by się przemieniła, dlatego nie może tu wejść. Siema.
Just my luck. Well,
Dobra, no, użyj.
there's only one thing for it.
Już widzę korzeń. Oj. No to palimy się. Teraz oberwiesz gigas, tak? Albo ja za chwilę oberwę z tego młota. Ała? Nie? Nie. No, ogłuszenie, ogłuszenie. Nie wskakuje? A, już zużyłem jedną moc. No to chociaż. Oj. No, skocz. Atak. Atak. To. Impuls. I kamehameha. No i tyle. A nie, jeszcze mam moce. Już się naładowały z powrotem. 65 000 obrażeń. No, nawet. Wcześniej udało mi się poza naganiem 104 000 uzyskać obrażeń po ogłuszeniu. Tyle? To może mi przyspieszyć, czy nie? Chyba nie bardzo. Dobra, zbieramy. Bierz korzeń. Ale animacje byś sobie darował.
Reinforcements arrive.
Mam wszystko?
That should do it. Let's get these.
No to już. Jote, czy jak tam się nazywasz? Chyba Jote. Mam ten korzenek. Tylko powiedz, że nie wysyłasz mnie nagle znowu gdzieś, bo mogłem tam być. Wszyscy poranieni powinienem niesamowite, że wciąż mogą chodzić. No. Tak jak Dion. Cały ranny. Wszystko jest git. Halabarda wystarczy. Dobra, Jote. Masz.
Yote, I brought
Jote,
back all the
no.
stone and water I could find. Will this be enough?
Wystarczy. I wypływamy.
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Kończono zadanie. No dobra, dobra. I lecimy. Odtąd lecimy do przesmyku. Co ty jeszcze chciałeś ode mnie?
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Na pewno chciałeś się tak pożegnać po prostu? No to płyniemy. Trafiłem. Zachodni popiół. Wybrzeże cieni. Jesteśmy? Jesteśmy. Gaf, ty uważaj, żebyś nie wszedł w
Reckon
eter.
it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive.
No. Co tak się na niego patrzysz? Masz deal.
There's something I've been meaning to ask.
Hmm?
You took her icon, didn't you?
Tak.
Yes, I did. She understood.
I
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
Then so be it. Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Ale moc Feniksa używam, więc zbytnio nie jest mi potrzebny.
Did I miss something?
Nic.
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it.
Abyś ładny cios obejrzał. To się znowu wczytuje. Królestwowy lud. Kroki na popiele. To idziemy.
Always wanted to visit Ash.
We're in Waloed territory now. Don't expect a warm welcome.
Oh, I don't know, Clive. That castle over there looks inviting enough.
Shall we sample its inhabitants' hospitality?
Ciągle mi przegrywają. Na pewno będzie ciepłe powitanie. Coś tu nas zaatakuje. Rozgrzejemy się bardzo.
About warm welcomes, Gav.
No właśnie.
This place is as dead
Dzień
as Greek as
dobry.
ghost.
Jest tu ktoś? Spodziewam się orków. Czy czego tam to było? Orsy... Akasza.
I knew I smelled something.
I see only orcs and cash.
To jeszcze orki.
Let's hope the villagers made it out in time.
Jeszcze za mną Akasz. No to jest ciepłe powitanie. Nie ma nikogo. To się zbierze? Bierze. Rzeźnik, witaj. Masz ze skrzydełka. Na ochłodę. Kulkami. No i atakujemy. Oj, 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 oj. Dobra, zaznacz go. No. Mogliby być mniej wytrzymali. Tak tylko klikasz nic. Albo umiejętności szybciej, żeby się odnawiały. Ciekawiej by się oglądało. Oj! To masz tego. Hipnotyzer. A tam to kto dostał? To też? To też hipnotyzer. Dobra. Najpierw magów się pozbyć, bo wzmocnią przeciwników. W sumie już mam przełamanie. Dobra. Na 4 paski naładowane to nie ma co chomikować. Zbliżają się nowi wrogowie. No to chodźcie, 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 chodźcie. Ochrona. Dobra. No i was nic nie chroni. Jak się napełni pasek. Co? Gdzie jeszcze ktoś został? Tu. No i doskok Feniksa, najlepsza rzecz. Dźwigienka. Po co ja mam to wciskać? Wystarczyłoby X. Nic to nie wnosi ten R2. No. To było oczywiste, że nas powitają. Co to za jaskinia? No. Jeszcze uleczenie. Jest jakiś ten. Nie mówcie, że już przebyliście cały kontynent. Nie, to pewnie jakiś tutaj na początku.
It's the
To racja.
That's no peace delegation. We should send a warning to the others.
No. My uncle will have an eye on the coast. I trust he'll find a way to entertain any uninvited guests. Our mark is Drake's Spine, and there's a lot of road between us and it. We press on to Stone here.
Trochę władca pierścieni mi się tu kojarzy.
It might not be a nest of slabbering monsters.
Taki władca pierścieni.
Clive, you must go on ahead without me. This stronghold is as old as Phoenix Gate, perhaps older.
Też się o
It
Ultimate
may yet
dowiedzieć.
hide Ultima's remaining secrets, and if we are to best him, they must be unearthed.
Powodzenia.
All right. Stay out of trouble.
I always do. Mostly.
No, mostly.
Sure about this.
About leaving my brother on his own.
Joshua. Miałeś zamkniętą bramę. Miałeś zamkniętą bramę. I teraz jak się pojrzymy, tam będzie dalej zamknięta.
Lady Vivian's map
Czekaj,
is so
czekaj,
old,
czekaj.
it's hard to tell which way is up. But if I'm right, we're not far
Dobra,
from a
prześliznął
village
się
called
pod tą,
Eastland.
pod nią.
Then we make our way there,
Da radę.
resupply, and wait for Joshua.
Wściekła przepaść. Ładnie tu tak, znaczy ładnie, no to fajny widok, taki... Dobra, nie wiem jak nazwać. Taki inny. I co to chodzi tu?
Ugh, this place
Krab.
reeks like a moble's arsehole.
Witajcie, kraby.
And it's not the smell that will kill us.
Nie tego! On już był na wykończeniu. Obie kulki dla tego? Dobra. No. No gdzie on jest? No właśnie, stay down, a nie. Lata i lata. Co to dużego tam chodzi? Dobra, zobaczmy z tym. Tego skrup... Wait. Nick. Aha, jeszcze się odbija mieczyk. No... Dobra. Ogień. Ogień. No, żółwik. Aj. No, jeszcze na kamyku jakimś. Myślę, że się wszystko odbija od niego. No. Jest. Zapomniałem przytrzymać, znaczy się. Łoń! No i jeszcze to. Zginie? Ginął. 70 000 obrażeń. Co tu jeszcze? Kraby jakieś? Co wy tu chcecie? No. Ale dobra, to by było na tyle w dzisiejszym odcinku. Dziękuję za uwagę. Do następnego. Cześć.